Hi, my name is Kristen Levito, and I am here to talk about my Educational Thinker presentation assignment for EDLC 504 at Liberty University. The educational thinker that I chose was Robert M. Hutchins. He is known for his influence with perennialism, mostly regarding higher education in the United States of America. One of my biggest reasons for choosing him was this following quote. He said, "It must be remembered that the purpose of education is not to fill the minds of students with facts, it is to teach them to think." And being an educator myself now, I believe that this is something we really need to work on, especially with high school students. All right, so to start, I'm going to focus on some notable background information. He graduated from Yale in 1921 and then again from Yale Law in 1925. Soon after, he actually became the dean of Yale in 1927, and then he went on to be the president, following the role as afterwards as chancellor at the University of Chicago, all at a very impressive young age, and at that time the youngest university president at that time. Then to go into my three main ideas for Mr. Hutchins. So for permanent studies, that was one of his main focuses. He wanted to focus on liberal arts, like more general studies, not specializations, and making them the same for everyone. And he saw these studies, these focuses, as things that were timeless. The next main idea is humans are rational beings. Based on this, he goes off of education should cultivate our thinking and rational thoughts. We should be focusing more on learning how to think and communicate and think critically rather than just memorizing facts and reiterating information that way. And then the third of the main ideas for Mr. Hutchins is absolute universal truths. We've heard this a lot in the different educational theories. In the quote, "Truth is everywhere the same," piggybacking off the perennialist Aristotelian principles. Truth and human nature are both timeless, which goes back to the idea of the permanent studies. And then moving on, the three impacts on education. So to start off, at the University of Chicago, like I stated previously, he was the president and then later on the chancellor of the university. And during his time there, he was known for the reorganization of the university. So he changed how the university was set up at all levels, which was very uncharacteristic of most other higher education institutions in the United States of America. He also really discouraged non-academic activities. He got rid of the college football. He wasn't into like the fraternities, sororities. He even wanted to get away from like professors competing for grants and things like that nature with finances. Unfortunately, when he left the university, it went back to more the common structure of how universities were ran in the United States at that time. I do believe with balance, he could have had a successful plan, but it was just a little bit extreme for what was going on at that time. The next impact of education that I have for Hutchins is the great books. So he compiled a list of what he believed to be timeless literature, and he said that humans could learn much from this as it helps to cultivate intellectually rounded individuals. While I do agree that a lot of this literature is timeless and we should read a lot of it regardless of what we want to specialize in, what we want to pursue as careers, I don't agree with all of the books that he included, and it was also perplexing to me that the Bible wasn't just included as one of the great books. And then lastly, for impacts on education, the idea of academic freedom. So he was known for his ability to influence and speak to people. He stood behind his faculty at a very trying time when some of his faculty members were accused of promoting communism. And he always stressed the importance of public debate and communication and not suppressing things like that. He'd rather have the issue be brought to the table and discussed publicly than just brushed under the rug, I suppose. And then lastly, I'm going to talk about the critiques of this theory in Hutchins. So a lot of scholars seem to find Hutchins, his ideas are very archaic and are not applicable to the modern world. While it is important to, learn from the past, there's so many evolutions, especially with our day and age, that we need to kind of stay up with what's going on. And pretty much my personal critique would be the same. While I like a lot of his focus on the past, I think because of the technological advancements we have in this day and age, it's just not feasible to not specialize, to not have people specialize in these advancements, these things that make our society so different from some of the past. And then, like I mentioned earlier, it surprises me that the Bible wasn't included in the great books list. So that is my educational thinker presentation. Thank you.